Hi everyone, welcome back to Gardening with Melon. We're here with my dad. He's right over here fixing up the tomato plants. We got Jack. Here he is. Oh, close up. He's interested in what's going on. So today we're going to talk about how to support our garden as it grows bigger, and then we'll harvest some more food because it's always ripening. So first we're going to talk about this corn here. You might be able to see that it's fallen over. So what happened is our corn got really tall, and then we had some windy days and we hadn't put up a support for our corn yet, so we're just going to do it now. So let me show you a little bit about what we're going to do. So it's fallen over like this, and we're going to make it stand up again. Will you hold it up how it's going to stand? Just like that. And it's pretty simple to do. All we're going to do is we're going to run a wire across between some stakes. Let me show you. There's the stake. You point to the stake. There it is. And then we have a thin wire, and we're going to run it all the way across. And that way the corn has something to lean against. And the sunflowers will have something to lean against because the sunflowers are falling over too. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run the wire across. So can you zoom in closer? As you can see, the wire is connected right here. I'm just going to twist it a little bit. Keep it connected up high. It's going to be tight, so there we go. We have the wire, and I'm going to go ahead and run it all the way across. We have one beam. We have one stake in the middle, so we don't think it would make it all across. So I'm going to hold it up, and then I'm going to wrap it around the top right here a couple times. See, the corn is already supported a little bit. And then I'm going to run it all the way over here. Wrap it around. We'll tie it off. Got my wire cutters. Turn off the safety. Only use these with an adult. And then you're going to snip it. Make sure to put safety back on. And then I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. All right, so this is how it looks now that we put the wire across the bottom. Did you just break something, Dad?
No, I found a bad thing in the garden.
Oh, he found a pincher bug is what I always call them. So those are not bugs that you want in the garden. They will eat your corn, so we're going to get rid of that bug. But yeah, so the wire has already keeping the corn up. What we're also going to do is we're going to pack dirt around the corn at the bottom. My dad's getting the dirt right now. He's got it on a shovel. He's going to dump it in. There we go. And I'm just going to pack it around the corn. Yeah, just like that. Because when you think about it, if something has a strong base, it'll fall over less. So we want to make sure the corn is supported. This will prevent them from falling over in the future. Also, since they fell over, it got a little loose. There was some space around the bottom of their stalks. So now it's going to be strengthened. Also, we went ahead and we planted some peas. So we are trying to grow peas right now, right by the corn. Our hope is that they will climb up the corn. It's kind of an experiment, but peas like to climb, so we're gonna let them climb up the corn and also around the wire. So that is what we're gonna do with the peas. So my dad is also helping support the tomatoes. As you can see, they've kind of outgrown their cages. This is the top of the cage, and the tomatoes are growing all the way up there. So some of them are starting to fall over because they've outgrown their cage. So my dad's just kind of trying to tuck them in and keep them together because we don't want them to break off, especially once they start having fruit up high. Fruit can be heavy and weigh them down. So we want to help support the tomato plants. I also wanted to show you our watermelon. So I remember pointing out how the watermelon has been running all the way this way. It's also started to run over here, so it's running in a couple directions. And what I think is really fun is that it has begun to run up this tomato plant. So it actually ran all the way up here, and it wrapped itself around one of the little tomatoes. And now it has a little watermelon hanging down. So they really like to run. That's probably not gonna be too helpful for the tomato plant. It's gonna have to carry a lot of weight, but I think it looks really fun. So we're just gonna see how it goes. We might have to take off that little vine that's wrapped around the tomato. But for now, we're gonna keep it. And then the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a zucchini. Last week we already had one picked, but that other zucchini has gotten very large and we don't want it to lose its delicious flavor and texture, so we're gonna go ahead and pick it. So it's right here. Will you pick it, Dad? And I'll hold it. So it's gotten pretty big. It's bigger than my hand. Just gonna snip it. And there we go. So now we have 2 zucchinis. We had saved the other one, and we are gonna start making our zucchini chocolate cake. It's actually a vegan recipe that my mom found, and it's really good and it's really healthy. All right, so that's it for Gardening with Melon. We hope to see you again next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.